Hey, Steve here, and in this video you're learning my dodge and burn technique for enhancing rocks in your landscape or seascape photos. So this effect is subtle enough to go undetected by the casual viewer, whilst at the same time making rocks or other objects really pop with an almost three-dimensional appearance. So stick around because I think you're really going to like this quick technique, because once you get the hang of it and start using it for yourself, I think it's really going to transform some of your photos. Now, if you like this video, click the thumbs up button to let me know so I can keep making more videos just like this. And remember to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell notification icon to be notified every time I publish a new video to YouTube. So with that said, let's have a look at the image that we're working on today. Now this one, it's an image I've kind of semi-processed just for the purpose of this demonstration. It's one that's got a few rocks in the foreground here that we're really going to concentrate on for this demonstration. So you can kind of ignore all of these other layers that have gotten us up to this point with this image. So what I'm going to do first of all is create a new merged copied layer that we can dodge and burn onto. And now this is actually one of the first times I've ever remembered this key combination on the keyboard. So let's hope I actually have remembered it. So on the keyboard, on a Mac, we're going to hold Command, Option, Shift and E. And what that gives us is a layer here that basically, it's as if we've flattened our whole image and then copied that layer on top of the rest of our layers. So yeah, on a Mac, that's Command Option Shift E. On a PC, that's Control Alt Shift E. Right, so with this layer, we can use the dodge and burn tools. So let's get straight to it. Now the idea here is I'm going to start with the dodge tool, and I'm going to use the in the range drop down here. We've got the choice either to use shadows, midtones or highlights, and what that's telling us is that if we select the midtones, for example, when we brush with this tool into the image, it's going to concentrate that brush on the midtones. And we're going to look at this section of rock here in the middle. Also, yeah, actually exposure, we'll get onto that in just a sec. I'm not sure what exact exposure setting I'll need, but usually when you're dodging and burning, in the way that I'm going to show you, you want generally to be on a really low exposure value here, so 20% might be too much. I normally work between sort of the 5 to 10% kind of in those numbers, so yeah, let's have a look and see what this gives us. So what we're going to do, the general idea of this is we're going to almost sculpt the shape of the rocks and really make them kind of stand out by increasing the contrast of the well, basically of the object, of the rocks, and we're going to do it by essentially, you know, any kind of contrast adjustment is brightening the brights and darkening the darks, so increasing contrast. So what we're going to do here with the dodge tool, we're going to brighten the bright edges of this rock. And then in a moment, we're going to use the dodge tool to darken the darker edges. And that's going to help us really kind of sculpt and make this have like a 3D effect almost. So I'm just going to start brushing on the top surface here of this rock. And we can see, well, maybe we can't see in the video, but it is gradually lightening those tops of those rocks there. And you can get quite artistic with this later on. So if you've got objects that are really flat, you can actually, you know, create almost like a fake shape to them by you know, by darkening and brightening certain edges. So yeah, 20% probably is a bit too much, but for the purpose of the demo, I'm just going to stick with it, just so that you can really see what's going on. Okay, so it's quite subtle as I'm doing it. You probably won't notice it as much as it when I toggle this layer off and on now, so let's do that. So this is off, and now this is on with those edges brightened. So with that done, let's take the burn tool, and we're in the shadows here. We want to darken the dark edges, and exposure 5%, that's probably going to be a good value here. So I'm just going to darken some of these near edges. So, you know, the sun obviously is coming from in front of these rocks. So basically, if we think about these rocks and where the sun would be shining and what would be in the shade, we can kind of enhance that effect by darkening these what would be dark edges. So I'm just maybe going to go in between these cracks here just to add a bit more definition. And let's do down this side here. Now I might be going a bit too far, but let's have a look. So before and after. So this is before and this is after. So we can see kind of flat. Yeah, there is a bit of light on there from the sun, but when we enable this layer now, the dodge and burn layer, we can see that's really sort of popping a bit more. So let me just zoom out to kind of full image view. We can see before and after, before and after. So that is the technique. I'll just run through it again on this rock in the foreground here, just to show you a bit more of what I was talking about, kind of sculpting when, you know, because the light is pretty flat across here. And yeah, we can kind of get a bit creative and really sort of create some 3D effect in these rocks. So I'm not sure if it's coming across in the video, but there is a slight kind of, they look sort of pillowy almost. You know, it's not like flat, sharp rocks. There's kind of a bit of a pillow to them, so we can kind of enhance that. So I'm going to take the dodge tool again. Might need to use the shadows range in the drop down here. Well, maybe this is okay. So yeah, I'm just kind of lightening some of this section up here. Maybe I'll try the shadows. It's going to be a lot stronger now, so I probably need to turn the exposure down. Okay, so just lightening a bit, quite subtly if I can. Now you'll probably want to be a lot more subtle and take a lot more time than I am in this video when you're working on your own images. I'm just trying not to make this video drag on. So, right, we've lit that up a decent amount. Let's get this little front rock here. So I'm just lighting the front edge without doing the back edge. And now the burn tool, shadows again. Let's kind of darken this near side here. Maybe go in between these gaps a bit. Just add a bit more definition. Right, so again, this is just to give you the general idea. Probably would take a lot longer to do this manually myself if this was for a finished sort of portfolio image, but let's zoom out and now let's have a look at the effect that that's had. So here we go with the dodge and burn layer in effect, and now let me just disable that, and I'll toggle it off and on a couple of times. So keep your eye on this rock here now. Just so this is off and this is on, off and on and off and on. So, you know, these are the kind of adjustments that, you know, maybe some of these are a bit kind of detectable in this quick demo, but, you know, if you're taking your time and you're a lot more subtle using low exposure values and really taking the time to kind of go and brush exactly where you want to brush without going over the edges too much like I have here, then, you know, you can create that kind of undetectable effect, which really makes things pop and stand out. And it's only when you kind of turn this layer off and on that you notice really what's actually been done. So the key is to, you know, first of all, think about where the light's coming from and then enhance that light as it falls on the object in the photo. And then, you know, if you've got an area which is kind of, even with the sun shining on it, is still quite flat in, you know, in terms of being flatly lit, then you can sort of create a bit more of a 3D effect by using those dodge and burn tools to essentially fake the light falling on those objects. So there we go. I think that wraps this quick tutorial up, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and give it a go and let me know how it turns out. All right, thanks for watching.